Yo, 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 we back with another one, man. It's your boy BFBKT in the building, man.
And it's your boy BFBT3 in the building, man. And we got a guest.
A special guest, man.
Sir, I go by Terrence. Well, my name is Terrence, but I go by Universal Drive. I'm an artist, singer, songwriter from Newport News, Virginia.
Stop playing with him, man. Y'all heard he popping shit, man. He came on popping it, man.
Virginia.
Hell
okay.
yeah. We finna get right into
So
it, bro.
You grew up in Newport News, Virginia?
Yeah, so most of my life I spent out there until I was like 18. I moved to Richmond, and then I ended up going to graduate school out in North Carolina. Yeah, then I started to chase that music shit, and so I found my way out here.
That's right, bro. So you been around.
Yeah.
Bit the couple corners.
That's crazy. People from every other state seem like they're trying to get out here for the music. Is it really like that? Like,
Yeah, I feel like I can only speak about like where I'm from, but
Okay.
I feel like it's a lot of that crab in a bucket mentality. Like once you start to pop off, whether it's through music, social media content, or anything, like a lot of people they'll rock with you in the beginning, but once you start getting a little bit of motion, they kind of
Start
just trying
hating.
to use you or hating and all that. So
do you think it's because it's a small town, or is it like a big, or is there big cities or big towns that you're from? You know,
I feel you.
Still like that.
I feel like it is because it's more a small town. Richmond is a pretty big city, but it's still small compared to like Charlotte or LA, for example. And so when a lot of people don't got a lot of opportunities out there like that, and they see one person that's getting a lot of those opportunities, it just make them feel like they're not doing nothing. But yeah.
Because that's crazy out here. It's like people that's from like out of town and shit, they get like love off the bat, like you feel me? But like out here, it's more like crab in a bucket for the people that come from out here.
Yeah, I
You
feel
feel me?
that.
But when you from a different place, it's more like supportive and shit. So
Right.
that's just crazy to hear like your take on it and shit. So you been in LA since you was like 18?
So I moved to North Carolina when I was like 21.
Okay.
And then when I was 23, I moved out here. Yeah, so I've been out here for like 2.5, going on 3 years, something
Okay.
like that.
That's lit. How is it different for you, or is it different for you?
Man, night and day, bro. Like, niggas know no manners out here, bro. Like,
I know.
bro, like grocery stores,
Bruh.
all that is crazy. Traffic,
Yeah.
crazy. But I feel like the biggest difference is like, y'all niggas out here care. Like y'all are kind, not in the aspect of mannerism, but in the aspect of like if it's people out here that's really trying to chase some shit.
Hell
Like
yeah,
I've
trying to
had
get to that
more
bag.
people. Yeah, I've had more people help me within the span of these last 2 months than my whole time back home.
That's
And
real.
so it's night and day, bro. Night and day.
That's lit, bro. That's lit. So, when did the music start for you then, bro?
Whew. So originally I started off like a content creator. I got a twin brother, like identical. Yeah.
Literally?
Literally, bro.
you
Like
should've
look
brought
exactly
twins.
alike.
Crazy
Man, you
marketing
should've brought
strategy,
twin.
for sure.
Facts. But he's still in Virginia.
Okay.
But we started out doing like educational rap videos. Them joints blowing
for
up.
real?
We
Oh,
was
yeah, that's
traveling.
it. That's
Yeah. Like meeting
Educational rap videos? What
yeah,
you mean, bro?
So like, so we'll take like a lesson or a subject and we'll just be rapping about it, or we'll hop in some suits and just talk about like Black excellence and men in medicine. And if people really gravitated towards that.
You mean
that's
like
lit, that's
as
lit.
a teacher, like to your classroom, or
So kinda yeah, but
Okay.
at the time we was rapping. So for example, like my brother, he's becoming a doctor right now, so he's in medical school, and so I kind of was on that track too. And so most of the raps that we were doing were kind of geared towards like Black men in medicine type, but obviously I'm not on that track.
yeah, for sure. But that's good. That's good though. You know, that's a different fan base. You need all
Right.
fan base. You know,
Right.
you don't want to just get the ghetto or just the girls or just a certain population. You want everybody, the emo
Everybody.
culture, the
Yup.
everybody. That's how you get viral for sure.
Like the old heads, everybody.
Everybody for sure, for
Okay.
sure.
So it kind of started, music kind of started as like a teachable thing for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. And I honestly feel like that's helped how I've like transitioned into becoming an artist. Because when I was doing those videos, we would take like for example, the Baby will drop a hit song. We'll take the instrumental and just throw some raps behind
that's
it.
dope.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
so
fire.
So y'all wasn't
fire.
doing no bull instruments.
that's
Y'all was
fire.
on
That's
some
fire.
real shit.
That's
yeah,
fire.
had to.
Hell
Had
yeah.
to.
So, being a teacher, did that help like your vocab? I know you got hella vocabulary and everything, so
Oh,
I
you a
know that
teacher?
went
Yeah.
that went hand in hand with this with your music for sure. I know that
Definitely.
went hand in hand. Like, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I feel like being a teacher and trying to be in a creative space has forced me to put a lot of like expertise, not in the fact of knowing everything, but if I'm talking about specific things and I want to talk my shit, I got to know what I'm talking about.
Hell
And so with a lot of things that I was writing or just trying to listen to people and like put those raps together and stuff like that, mainly it was in a message. And so now I feel like when I make my songs, I kind of try to gear it towards a message rather than just throwing a whole bunch of bars together type shit.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit. That's
Do
lit.
people ever like try to downplay you because you were a teacher and now that you're rapping now?
Yeah.
Can you let us know about that a little bit?
Yeah, I feel like from a social media standpoint,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna like go a little on a tangent a little
Okay.
bit, but
Do
I
your
feel
thing.
like because I was doing the music stuff, like the education stuff for so long, and now I'm switching into my music stuff, a lot of my fan base, like I got like close to $30,000 on Instagram, and for like an artist, they like, oh, this nigga popping shit, but but for me, it's like one of the hardest things now is to transition out of an educational state into a music state, and so yeah, it's just different.
It's
like
hard.
yeah, and even still with that, like I still teach. Like my goal is to make enough money to like stand alone without the job, but niggas still got bills and shit like
Yeah, for sure.
shit like that. But one of the
It's gonna
hardest,
happen.
but one of the hardest things is like I can't post a lot of shit that I want to because
You're a
my
teacher
kids,
still.
is watching.
yeah. So
So
yeah.
that's different.
yeah, bro, it's trying to find that balance.
That's
but
crazy.
it's
We-
different. It's a bad and it's a good thing
Yeah.
because the kids is what
Facts.
blow us up.
Yup.
kids
You
is
know,
the
so
kid. It's
facts.
a gang of kids, man. One person can have 6 kids.
Yup,
you know?
that's true.
So it's like, man, you is winning in the numbers with that.
100%.
That's
100%.
lit, bro. So like, you be making like songs like the clean version. Do you have explicit songs and shit?
Yeah, I feel like now since I'm like getting more confident in my artistry, I've kind of stepped away from just making like clean versions of songs and moved into more of the explicit. And
That's right.
yeah, beforehand I was like, oh man, explicit songs is mostly just about I want to talk my shit, but then I realized like a lot of my comfortability as an artist comes in me being able to just talk comfortably. So if
your
I'm
shit.
blanking out stuff or am I having to redirect how I'm saying stuff,
Put
like
you in a box.
Kinda,
that box and then the message is outside the
Out
box.
the
and
box,
I'm-
exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For real, bro. That's
Yeah.
lit, man. That's lit, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I wanted to ask you, what genre of music do you consider yourself to be in, or what lane you feel like you in?
I feel like mainly hip hop.
That's lit.
Yeah, I make a lot of pop, some R&B. Ooh, so I be singing.
Okay, that's lit. We gotta hear something, man. We gotta hear
Yeah,
something.
man. But
For real.
they're definitely
real.
hip hop. Definitely
Hell
hip hop.
yeah.
Okay, what is your artist name?
Universal Drive.
Universal
Yeah,
Drive?
and so
Okay.
it's with an E, not an A. But when I was first becoming an artist, like a lot of that was trying to figure out how I can make an image out of my artist name. And so as a person taking all of those videos and educational raps and trying to transition into an artist state, I had to figure out what am I doing? And so Universal Drive really comes from the fact of I'm like my own, like I'm my universe. And so I have different like galaxies, different feelings, emotions that I tap into. And rather than just keeping it within one specific lane, I gotta venture out into different areas that are far beyond, like light years away from each other. Like my education and my rap shit is like night and day, but at the same time, like it's still within one space. And so Universal Drive mainly just comes out of that, just creating a universe for me to live in and people to be able to get an idea of what I'm doing with my artistry.
Okay, that's lit. So, Universal Drive, do they call you like UD for short? Or
So I go by Drive for short.
Drive for short. Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna ask, say that one too. Okay, that's lit, man. And you gave yourself that name?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. I went through like 9 name changes, bro.
Oh, let us know about that experience,
Man.
Come on, you gotta let us know.
Trying to find your lane and stuff.
Yeah, so I feel like when I first started out, damn, I had so many names. Hold on.
You can give us a
Oh,
couple.
crazy. Like my first rapper name was actually Drive.
Okay.
And then I switched into like different names of like different variations of that. And so it'd be like the U Drive, T Drive and stuff. And then I kind of realized that for a marketing marketing strategy, drive alone wasn't enough because I'd be drowned out by a lot of the drive a car, like motivational drive and all that. Yeah, so I had to add something in front of it that spoke volume to what I do, but also keep it simple enough for people to not be trying to find me everywhere type shit. Yeah.
For sure. That's
sure.
lit, man.
Yeah, it'd be hard picking up.
Since you've been in LA and shit, and you've been around a little bit, do you have any LA features or any big features?
Man, nah. That's if it's a zoom up. If y'all seen this interview, help me, nigga. Say no, but I feel like because I'm just now getting into this space, like that guy Popsky that I was talking about, like he's been introducing me to a lot of dope ass artists, mainly like DJs and producers and stuff like that. But like I said, I just released my first song in like September. And then I got my second one dropping in December. And so
you lit.
Yeah, so since I'm moving into my artist development phase, I kind of want to find myself and like where I stand before hopping on tracks. Like next year, the way I outlined, I got an EP dropping in April. And then after that, that's when I'll start looking for those features and stuff like that. Yeah.
If you could say probably name five local artists that you could do a feature with in LA, who would it be?
Man, Rue is tough. Like the guy that y'all just had up there. True Car. Like I met him. Yeah, it's crazy. I met him like a couple months ago. He pulled up to the studio, the Underground Magazine studio, and he was a cool dude. He was deep in there though. Like it was like 30 niggas and shit like that. But he actually been a real cool dude, and just seeing him work within the musical space, like I really fuck with that heavy. But as far as like artists in LA, like when I say I'm just now getting my feet on the ground, like I feel like I really don't know a lot of shit. And so Popsky's helping me like get on the scene, meet those artists and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's mainly like my job, like the research that I gotta put in to know who's out here type.
So we'll log you in properly.
I appreciate you. Yeah. Y'all seen
We'll do a song with you and everything.
Oh man, what?
Hey,
Hell yeah, man. Real shit. I wanted to ask you, did you do anything besides music and teaching?
Yeah, I love to fish. Like I'm especially being from the East Coast, it's definitely a lot of farmland and stuff like that. I like to read. I'm a teacher. I'm a science teacher, so I like to do experiments on the side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I try to keep it simple with all of my time trying to be devoted to my my artistry. I kind of dial back on my hobbies to really tap in on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's lit, bro. That's lit, man. That's different, man.
Do you ever like see any like students that rap or like could potentially you could work with in the future or even try to sign one day? Like have you ever looked at it like that?
Yeah.
You know?
So I got this one student. I ain't gonna say his name. I'll probably get fired. But I got this one student who's like a dope ass dude. It's crazy because Popsky, he came to our school to do like this magazine thing to bring more awareness to it. And I ended up meeting him there. But the student that I'm talking about, he was the first one that ran to Popsky and like was like he's interested. And so like a month later after I started working with Popsky, he just kept stopping by my classroom, like asking questions. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy him something. And so I bought him a notepad, like I found it on Amazon, but it like breaks down and teaches you how to frame raps and stuff. And so he went through that book. I'm like, all right, cool. Like he's about it. And then I ended up buying him a beat pad. And so he downloaded Pro Tools, like he set everything up, and he's now in the phase of trying to learn the guitar. But that's one of the students where I'm like, it makes me feel confident, even though like I'm in a educational space, but just to see that level of creativity and me inspire them outside of the traditional teaching,
that's
like it's definitely dope as shit. Like I'll never forget that dude. Never forget him.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
So you independent right now?
Yeah.
You got manager or anything?
So Popsky's like my artist consultation. I really don't have a manager yet. If y'all can help me tap in with that too, like that.
How does the artist management go for those that don't really know about that?
From my understanding, I think it's kind of just all DIY or finding people that can devote enough time without giving their time to really help you out. And so like I'm gonna keep mentioning my boy Popsky and Andrew from Underground because they're people that you know, they can't dedicate 100% of their time to managing me, but they can give me enough time set aside out of the week to put me in a place where I can do the stuff I need to do by myself.
That's right.
And to be honest, I feel like like as a new artist, I feel like that's a lot better than to hurrying up and get a manager, because there's a lot of work that you're gonna have to do that you don't want to do. And if you take on that mentality earlier on, it makes it a lot easier when you actually got to put that foot in the mud and make it happen.
That's lit, bro. Yeah. Real shit, real spill, man. I wanted to ask you another thing too, bro. I remember you was talking about being a teacher and all that, and you feel like that has it affected your music in any positive ways? Like, cause I'm pretty sure the ladies be on you, man.
Yeah. Well, let me put this shit out. I'm married. Yeah, you know, my wife gonna beat me up. Yeah, but as far as the kids, it's like just like you were saying before we got on the interview, like they're the best ears that you can possibly have. Yeah, and so now when I'm creating music, it's more based off of things that they gravitate towards, rather than
not
just
too explicit.
Exactly, but just not stuff that I like. Because if I put out stuff that just I like only people that just like me, they're gonna like my shit. But
that's different.
Yeah, their ears are completely different, bro. Yeah. Completely different.
That's tight though, man. That's hard, bro. You got any upcoming projects or anything?
Yeah. So I got a song dropping on December 10th called Pop My Shit. Make sure y'all go check it out. I'll be starting my rollout tomorrow for it. And so make sure y'all tap in the Universal_Drive Instagram. Just watch this rollout. We about to get live. I got some cool ass content. I got my wife in it.
That's lit.
You feel me? And so that's mainly what I'm working towards. And then in January, I start the Underground magazine. And so I'm finally be in the magazine for that. And then, like I said, April, that's when the EP and like me dropping multiple song projects start to come out.
That's lit, bro.
Do you got any like merch, any hoodies, any sweaters, or even in the making, or like that you're thinking of making?
So for the song that I'm dropping now, I'm in the process of making shirts and hoodies for the Pop My Shit rollout. As far as like way back when I was doing my educational shit, I used to do a lot of the merch stuff. But then I realized like now, since I'm in a place of more so focused on getting out there, a lot of that money that I would usually spend on merchandise, I have to put into like marketing and stuff like that to get out. And so I would say merch won't be out until like January 15th. Okay. But pre-orders will be out January 1st. So make sure y'all go tap in and get y'all some.
That's lit, man. Tap in with them, man. I heard you was talking about marketing, how you just mentioned marketing. You got any marketing tips for, you know, upcoming rappers or anything like that?
I mean, I've spent a good amount of time going on YouTube University, just looking at a whole bunch of marketing stuff. And I used to be like, all right, I'm going to look up all this stuff and then I'm going to start when I'm ready. But the problem with that is you're skipping a lot of the natural stuff that people want to see you as a person, as opposed to just being an artist. Mm-hmm. And so the best marketing advice that I can give is just to try everything. Like, no matter what it is, put it out. If it don't work, like you can still delete stuff. You can archive stuff, but just putting stuff out. I mean, I've gone to like beach piers and just played my music with a big ass sign and was like, how y'all feel about this?
Just marketing yourself.
You know, and it's kind of to the point, especially when you're an upcoming artist and don't really have that fan base. You got to annoy people, but not to the point where it's annoying. And so just finding that place where you can get in people's face. Like if they can't see you at least 1 or 2 times a day, they're going to forget about you. And so just making sure you're posting enough content for them to see. And if you really don't have a marketing strategy down now, trying to master one shouldn't be your main focus, because you're going to spend so much time trying to market that you're going to take away from the product. Yeah, and people are there for the product. The marketing is there for the product. So just finding something authentic. Like there's a million different things that you can do for marketing, but 9 times out of 10, a lot of the marketing strategies that you see on YouTube and stuff like that, they've already been not used up, but they've been maxed out. So your creativity, especially as an artist, is what you got to lean on.
Most push.
Yeah.
That's lit, bro. I'm glad you spoke on that, bro. Anything else that you want to mention to the viewers, like about upcoming projects? I know you
any shows, any events you want us to pop up to?
Yeah. So as far as like the next upcoming shows that I'll be doing, I don't want to put out any dates because I don't have the specific layouts for it. But I just want to talk to y'all real quick. There's a concept that I learned from this guy named Myron Golden, and it's the concept of like time is money. So typically we think time is money, and so we spend a lot of our time trying to figure out ways to making money. But the problem with that is money is an infinite resource. Time is a limited resource, and so nothing against the 9 to 5s, but if you're working a 9 to 5, there's only so much money that you can cap within that 9 to 5. Sure. And in grade school, like they don't teach us about any of the financial literacy that we really need. And so if you graduate, go out into the world, and you think time is money, you're gonna be transitioning or taking your time and just filling it with money. But the only problem with that is a 9 to 5, you have 8 hours to make X amount of dollars. And so time and money is not the same thing. Like time is infinitely greater than money. Like I be in school and watching people on Instagram make hundreds of millions of dollars within 6 months or the year that I take to get my paycheck. And so I just say that all to say that, like, when it comes to a lot of the money habits or things that you want to do, like, you really got to tap in and really change your mindset, because it's not the limitations that you have that stop you. It's really the mindset of how we view money. And I say that because that's me. You know, I'm still learning that, and I realize that's something even with my kids. Like, I break down lessons with them. I throw the lesson out for the day and be like, we just going to work on life skills for the day, because somebody needs to be there to teach you these things. Because if you think you about to graduate and get a job that pay $131,000 a year, like y'all know in Cali, that shit ain't
that shit rare, man.
It ain't like that. And so if you can change your mentality and really start moving towards the optimism rather than the stereotypical, it can really change your life. And that's the path that I'm on. Like, my life is changing because of my mindset, not because I made a viral video or no shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
That's tight, bro. That's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about. Usually in LA, that's what gets you viral, when you make that change within yourself. You know? So for sure, man.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
What's your take on the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, man? I know you new to LA, but you coming in at a hot zone, man.
I know that shit exciting coming in now. Like, when I was younger, I used to listen to Kendrick Lamar OD. Like, I used to flip signs. I had the little tablet in my backpack with the headphones hooked into it, so I was locked into Kendrick. And like, fast forward, I move out here, like, people rock with Kendrick and stuff like that. But when that beef happened, I was like, finally, like, this nigga gets to get the appreciation that he deserves. Like, you know, you got Drake, where he's the big bad wolf walking around stomping on shit and taking out artists just by trying to get in their face and do all this. But Kendrick's really an artist of the people. And like, I've learned a lot from that beef. Like, there's no point of sweating when you know that your music is for the people versus you just making it just a pop type shit. And so Kendrick, and the way he did it, I feel like it's good not only from a fan standpoint, it's also good from an artist standpoint, because now it's like I feel like that shift happened where you're not just gonna be able to put a lot of that fuck shit out. You know, with Kendrick really stepping down and standing on shit, it's moving artistry into more personal appreciation, like development and growth. And so, yeah, that's something that that beef was crazy though, bro. Yeah. I was in my wife's face like, babe, did you hear what this nigga said? Like, she was like, boy, get on my face. I'm like,
for real.
That shit was fire.
That shit was lit, bro.
That shit was fire. And he dropped it like,
Kendrick, man.
What? Too, man. Shout out Kendrick. If you want to get on a song, Kendrick, that budget might be, but we can work it out. I'll work hard enough to get in with you.
Yeah. Y'all heard it on the Hall of Fame, man. We got another episode, man. It's your boy T3.
It's your boy BFBKT, man.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Universal Drive Live.
Man, y'all go tap in with all my boy Music, man. He got merch finna come out, man. He got a song finna drop, all type of stuff, man. Y'all tap in with my boy.
And
doing crazy.
He got the Underground Magazine popping. Shout out Underground Magazine, man.
Big shout out.
Killing them out here, bro.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Appreciate y'all.
For sure, man. It's another one, man. Thank y'all.